obviously a good start, but especially in terms of Gomez and Akanji, pretty much perfect way to get them used to what you want to do, right?
Absolutely. We are delighted just training one day I have with us. He showed like he has done in Dortmund, an experience in Europe, and really good central defender. We Manchester City brought to us, and he played really well in terms of it's always focused attention, and he has a quality that quite similar like Jaime. He's able to break the lines with the pass, and he reads really well where are the spaces, and very pleased for him.
Just here, sorry, just in the front here. We do English questions first, guys, just so we can keep it consistent. Thank you. Then we'll do Spanish after that.
Hi Pep. I know you're probably sick of talking about Erling, but his record in the Premier League already, the Champions League, two of the toughest competitions that you can possibly play in, is unbelievable.
I love this routine, but it's been a routine. Every single press conference after the game ask me about him and his goals. That is the truth. Hopefully he can continue this routine, but the numbers speak for himself. It's not just 2 goals, always is there, and always like the feeling he would score more goals. But Julian play 50-20 minutes, they have the chance to. I said a few times, so we have an incredible two strikers.
Paul, anything before we take Spanish? Yeah.
I think it's only the second time that Jack, Phil and Erling have started together as a front three. How do you think they combined? Do you think that's a development?
Jack arrived incredible this season, in the pre-season, in the first game against West Ham. Unfortunately, after having a little bit injured, and it's important for him to have again these 53-60 minutes. The pitch was uncomfortable for the players. He was so aggressive in the first half, more aggressive than Phil, in terms of goal and making diagonal movements in there, and sometimes miss the last pass, but it's not easy there. But we need a lot this season. Jack will be so important, and he play a really good game.
Hello, Pep. This is Maximo Ramirez. Manchester City had most of the possession. Sevilla was barely able to attack at all. And I was wondering, seeing as Akanji and Sergio Rodriguez came on, what do you think about that performance? Well, they performed really well, really. I'm very happy. It is true that Akanji started out maybe a little frightened, but then he picked up and he played really, really well. Akanji is absolutely fantastic. I was saying this to your English colleague. He's very, very quick, very, very focused on the ball. He's great at breaking the lines. Very, very well. Played really, really well. Hello, this is from Diario UEFA. Tactically speaking, to what extent did Lopetegui surprise you playing with this fake 9? Because it seemed apparent that Manchester City was quickly able to set the pace and score a number of goals. Well, it is true that right off the bat Sevilla was playing a little better. We were also a bit lucky, I have to say, because we got to play Sevilla maybe not at their best time. They used Cunha to defend along with Bernardo and Kevin, 4 defenders they had, and so we intuited that in the long term we would be able to break those lines, especially when Isco and Papu Gomez were coming together up front, because it became more difficult for them to defend the ball. We were aggressive, but they were also aggressive, especially in the first half. But anyway, we were very consistent, I think. Especially at first, we wanted to attack very, very quickly, and we realized that if you want to pierce their defense, you have to move quickly from left to right, and that's why we were attacking so swiftly and quickly. Obviously, after we scored, it got a lot easier. Hello, Pep. We all know how good Haaland is. My colleague asked you a question about Sevilla's fake 9. Can you give a sort of evaluation of Lopetegui's performance as a manager? Because 4-0 is an overwhelming result. What do you think went wrong? Well, that's difficult for me to say. Lopetegui is my friend, and in this situation I only want to be close to him, really. I wish him and Sevilla all the best. 4-0 is an overwhelming result, and we didn't concede much, but we went through phases, really, especially at first in the second half. They played really well. They had a couple of opportunities, and right then and there we scored another goal. Maybe we were a little lucky, and they kept on attacking, but obviously it got difficult. Their fans were unstoppable. They kept on cheering them on, and that helped, but obviously not having collected any results lately made it very, very difficult for them to react, and that's something I've been through, so I understand it. Right now for them it's just a matter of pulling through. It's not a matter of quality. They have all the quality they need, and as soon as they start collecting results it will get better. Hello, this is for Televisión Española. We asked you a question about Haaland and what he's able to do in the Champions League. He scored 2 goals today, and he just makes it look easy whenever he plays. So I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about him, what makes him so good, really. Well, what can I say? Whenever a shot bounces off the box, he's right there to pick up the ball. Always at the right time, not 1 second later. He's got this natural instinct. He's had it since born. We saw it in Austria, in Germany, and now we're seeing it here. That's the reality of this player. He's got a natural instinct for scoring, for being there at the right time. Not 1 second later, not 1 second too early. That's a great quality to have. Hello, this is Pablo Benitez for Babel. How important are these 3 points in this Champions League, especially considering you collected them here? This is a difficult stadium. Well, scoring 3 points here is almost like scoring 4, scoring an extra one. There have been a number of surprises out there today. Teams who've won, who we didn't expect to win. And because of the World Cup today, basically 3 weeks' time, everything will be decided. So this is a very important result because it takes a little bit of the pressure off us. It puts a little more pressure on them. We'll see next week if we're able against Copenhagen to take another important step to qualify.
Last couple, please, guys.
Hello, Pep. Over the past few days, we've seen that Sevilla's defence have had a few issues. Could you talk about their 2 central defenders and what you think is happening with them? Well, they're both really, really well. Robbie at Dortmund is doing great. Was doing great, sorry, he's doing great at Barcelona as well. They're both excellent defenders, top class, really, top class players. Levy has had an incredible career in Germany. He's an absolute incredible physical specimen. He takes very, very good care of himself. He takes care to eat properly, and that means, of course, that he's had a very, very long career. About Erling, you've all asked me about Erling. He's 22 years old. He's very ambitious, very, very good and talented, and I'm very happy to have him with me. Hello, Pep. You said that the most remarkable thing about Erling is this innate capacity to be there at the right time. But aside from scoring goals, to what extent do you think he still has to adapt to City's playing style? Will this take a little time? What do you think? Are there any cultural differences here that he has to overcome? Well, I haven't had the feeling that he didn't adjust well to playing with Manchester City today. I didn't get that feeling. Actually, he played very much in tune with everyone else, and on the ball, he's also very much involved in everything. I don't want him to be too far away from the box because his main quality is this. It's this innate intuition for being there at the right time and scoring goals. Obviously, because we have a lot of games to play, there will be other players coming on, Gundogan and Foden and many others. I want him to be there anyway, by the box, to score goals. And today, he took action, he helped us be consistent. He's very, very good at touching the ball 2 or 3 times and then opening up the game, truly. And especially against teams that pressurize aggressively, this quality, being able to hold the ball for 2 to 3 seconds is absolutely fundamental, because the ball can then be passed on to the wingers. So he played really, really well. There are teams that play very, very close to the box and they have no space. We do have space, and he's been doing very well.
Gracias.
Buenas noches.